live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, so this is our Onto the Real this week, and I'm gonna say I chose this person for us. Jared's like, oh, okay. Because I have had the honor of personally meeting her recently. And this is Grace Daley. Mm-hmm. She is a former WNBA point guard. Mm-hmm. And she attended Tulane and went on to play for the Liberty and the Comets and the Mercury. Mm-hmm. And currently she is here in the same city that I live in, mm-hmm. Ocala, Florida, where she teaches English, but she also works for the same organization that I volunteer for, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, where she works with the middle schools here. And she does a lot of speaking engagements for FCA. And I went to a baccalaureate for one of the high schools here on Tuesday where she spoke, and she was phenomenal. She did a great job. I'm a huge proponent of engaging, and she engaged those kids. She had them build a paper airplane, mm-hmm. and they went through all of the motions of building this airplane, and then she told them, rip the back off, throw the rest of it away. And everybody was like, what? And so they ripped it. She had them rip it off, and they threw the rest away. And she told them to take their fingers and just run it up the paper. And when they did that, it came out into a cross. Mm. And her point to them was, with the plane, you can rise high, but with Christ, you can go endless possibilities. And I just thought that demonstration was amazing. I thought it was amazing. So, so kudos to Grace for going from her, storied career in the NBA to coming back to her hometown. Well, she was born in Miami, but she lived most of her life here in Ocala. To her hometown to really pour into these young people. And so kudos to Grace Daley.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to her. I remember right before you moved to Charlotte, mm-hmm. We believed that you were going to be working with Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Right.
And so the fact that one, now you are volunteering with them is such a full circle moment. But two, we understand the type of work. Well, most people don't understand the type of work that the Fellowship of Christian Athletes does and the type of time that they put in. And kind of like, just the stuff that, you don't get to see when we look at some of these athletes and we see that they are, the athletes that we don't have to worry about. Right. We don't understand what goes into that. And I think a lot of us probably take it for granted when you look at some of the athletes who have, historically been problem children.
Yes.
We don't understand what goes into like some of these other athletes who we don't have to worry about and have never had to worry about.
Right.
Some of the work that has gone into and some of the people that have poured into their lives. And so
absolutely.
Shout out to Grace for being one of those people.
Absolutely. Amazing.
Yeah.
We love it. We're here for it. I'm excited about the work that hopefully I'll get to do alongside her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Hoop City.
Feel good final thought.
Feel good final thought. Hoop York City.
Hoop York City.
And
this
so
is
it's
dope.
It's a female basketball league in New York. And where do they play?
Darn it.
Do they play all over If I'm not
I
mistaken,
want to say they do. Like it's a league and they go to different.
Right.
It's kind of like what's the famous one? Rutgers.
Rucker,
They go to
yeah.
all of the different, but they go to different places
The
to
outdoor,
play
yeah.
because this is their opportunity because it doesn't happen, right? They don't get to
Right.
get on those teams and play it. You know what I mean? So this is their opportunity to kind of go around and showcase their skill set and get them in those positions. Some of those guys that played at Rutgers Park, they balling and they got, you know what I'm saying? That it opened opportunities for them is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I hate that I didn't pull it up. The young lady who started this, she started it because of that. She said she would have wanted to be somebody playing at one of those in front of those people, but not having that opportunity because she was a female. She was like, well, fine, I'll just fix it and make something for us. And I love it.
Yeah. So the founder, Alex Taylor.
I knew it was an A. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And she founded it in 2018.
Yeah.
But like you said, like just to kind of be a showcase for these women who are very skilled, but just don't get the the level of attention that that even some of like these men leagues at some of these parks get.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
shout out to her for having the courage to
go get it, girl.
Do it and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And 4 years later, even through the pandemic, it's still rocking. So
still rocking. I love it. I said that's one. So now that makes me excited. Now I'm like, I need to take a trip to New York just so I can go see them play. Like I want to see now.
Right. Look, I'm always down for a trip to New York too.
Let's go. Maybe we can do the podcast from one of her.
Oh, that'd be dope.
From one of her one of the places.
One of the games, yeah.
And we could have an interview or something. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope. Reach out
Maybe we'll make that happen. Shout out. Let's go.
Let me see where her IG name is so we can shoot her a DM.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's go.
All right, show picks. What you watching?
So this series is a Nigerian series on Netflix that I just finished. That was really good, called Savage Beauty. Yeah, it's about a young lady whose family was pretty much used and abused. I'll use those words by a beauty mogul to test their products, and then tried to just throw them away essentially. And she goes back. They don't recognize her as she was a little girl at the time. So she goes to seek revenge on this family who is now they're beauty moguls. Okay. And it's really interesting.
Now, is this a movie or is it a show? It's like
this is a series.
Okay. I was about to say the way that you were explaining, I was like, yeah, that would have to be a series.
Yeah,
I feel like it wouldn't be enough time to tell.
No, it wouldn't have been enough time in 2 hours, 3 hours to get all of that in. No, it was really good though. So that's what I've been watching.
All right, so I sent this to you yesterday.
That thing was so funny. Listen.
Cancel Court. Hilarious.
I said I gotta go find it and watch more, but that one you sent me yesterday.
So
I was rolling.
I watched the trial of Meek Mill yesterday. They have a trial of Kanye West and his black card. They got a trial of Tekashi 6ix9ine. And so, yeah. And they're supposed to be coming out with a couple more. So I'm looking forward to
from the actual court to the commercials in between.
Yeah, oh man, hilarious.
Us. I could not stop watching. I was like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
It was really funny. It was. I'll give you that one. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cancel court that I watched, the one that I sent Stephanie, was the case of the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
So they were each making a case for LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So it's
and just
hilarious.
know if you're gonna go watch it, you're gonna be if you don't be sensitive, okay?
Yeah, no. This
They're
is all
using
about comedy.
all kind of wrong and politically incorrect stuff and words and just be aware if you're gonna go watch it. It's not all neat. It's not real. Right. It's just fun. And funny. It is hilariously funny. Yeah. So don't be offended by what you hear or like, no, it's hilarious. I was like, this is too stupid. Yeah. All right.
All right, folks, we are at the end of another one. Episode 162 is in the books.
Yeah.
If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at fieldthe2thereal@gmail.com. Our social media handles on Twitter is at fieldthe2therealp1. IG is at fieldthe2therealpodcast. Facebook is Field to the Real Podcast. No numbers, right there above Stephanie's head or shoulder right now. And the same goes for our YouTube channel. So go to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, IG, Twitter. Hit us up. Let us know, you know what I'm saying, what you think about the podcast, some things that you think that, you know, we could do better, we critique. And if you would like to be on the podcast to kind of share your knowledge of sport with us, then, you know what I'm saying, just holler at us. Absolutely. Go to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe. After you subscribe, hit that notification bell to get a notification of when a new video pops up. We got videos popping up from Monday through Thursday every week. And yeah, just, you know what I'm saying, show us some love, support us, and we certainly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, we are at the end of another one, Step.
Yes.
And we are out of here. Lord. Right. Peace.
Peace. Peace.
There you go.
Yeah.
It happened.
Every time I think I'm okay, never mind.
Finger just disappeared.
Yep.
Step out here flipping the bird.
Right. No. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Put the cameras on me. 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 Put the cameras on me.